Hey, what's up? Good evening. Welcome to Hobby Evolution, episode 227. Going prime time. Well, I guess it's not technically prime time. It's 5 p.m. Central. I had some computer issues this morning. I think basically what happened was my computer ran some updates last night. I slept in, kind of off kilter with the time change. And my whole diet was off Saturday. So my whole routine schedule, and it transitioned into Saturday or Sunday. So I ate, so Sunday morning I had a big breakfast because I did not eat dinner. So I wasn't hungry at lunch. So then I was hungry at 3. So I had a 3 o'clock lunch. But I had a light dinner. So I'm back on schedule. Hopefully I can sleep well tonight at a decent time. So good to go. But I slept in this morning, and then my computer had updated, and it was just giving me the spinny circle, the circle of doom, and I was not able to get live before I had to head to work. Tom, what's up? If I play the Monday Night Football theme song, Tom, I am not that knowledgeable. I have no idea how to do that. I guess I could play it from my phone. I'd have to play it from my phone. It would sound bad. I'm not tech savvy. I know how to click the go live. I just figured out how to change my thumbnail instead of going back and changing it after the fact. So yeah, I'm not tech savvy. This is why I don't promote this show, this video cast, because it's just there's absolute zero production that goes into it. I don't script it out, obviously. So I just kind of throw the link up there before I go live, and that's about it. So I did so yesterday. So I wanted, before I went to the card shop on Saturday, I wanted to get caught up with everything because I've been so behind with shipping eBay. And I brought home a truckload of cards 2 weekends ago. So I even had mail piled up for about a week and a half that I had not opened and sorted Cubs wise. In Tom's box, I had gone through some of Tom's cards, and I showed those off on Twitter, last week, but I didn't count them. So I wanted to get counts on everything, and I got delayed just with everything. And of course, I decided to get a little big for my britches with the eBay file exchange, and uploaded almost 600 listings on Friday night. And I waited until 8, 9 p.m. Friday night just to catch up with my packaging, and then dump it and figure, well, I'll have all weekend after I get back from the card shop to do it. So I was able to get caught up on packaging, but then I unleash all those listings, and I expected a run on sales, but not to the extent. In 24 hours, I think of the 575 cards I listed, I think 100 sold, which I was not expecting nearly 20% of them to sell within a 24-hour period. So that's awesome, but it also put me further behind with all the sorting. And then I wanted to make sure they were sorted, so I wasn't, because I already have piles of cards not sorted for my eBay store. So before I do another data dump from File Exchange, I need to get everything in order so I'm not spending so much time searching through piles and looking for cards. What's up, Zach? Good evening. I almost said good morning. I'm used to the morning. So when I got back, so in this was strictly my own fault, because Saturday, since I spent all day at the card shop, just hung out with the wife on Saturday night, watched Jeopardy. So I didn't really, catch up on the shipping. So the packages piled up. So then Sunday was like boom all day and all night hobby. Hobby. So I'm still way behind on packaging. But I was able to get a bunch hammered out, and then I wanted to focus on my rec room, where all of the the inundated boxes and boxes of cards from 2 weekends ago were. So I was down to, I think Friday night, I was able to sort a bunch of boxes, and because I was kind of going back and forth eBay and sorting. So so I only had like 2 boxes, I think, left to sort. So I sat down. I had a couple of the conference tournament games. I talk about it ad nauseum. I love this time of year. I actually like the tournament schedule this year. I did not realize until this morning. I kept hearing them on the selection show last night talk about the first 4 games being played on Thursday. And I'm like, the first time I heard it, I thought it was misspoken. Like they meant to say Tuesday, but they said Thursday. And then I heard it again and maybe a third time. And I'm like, maybe there is, because since it's all in one city in Indianapolis, maybe it is being played on Thursday. All right, Zach, sounds good. And we can probably chat back and forth for Herman's show. I'll be down here watching Herman tonight. Enjoy your dinner. So I guess the first 4 games are going to be played on Thursday, and then the first round games will be Friday, Saturday, and then second round games Sunday, Monday. So I think that's pretty cool. I like that. So anyway, so I was watching some of the conference tournament championships, finished sorting, and then I got down to the nitty gritty, and I started counting the Cubs, and so from 2 weeks ago, so Tom, who's in here in the chat, so Tom's, we actually met in Anawan, and his box had 2,672 Cubs cards from Tom that I picked up 2 weekends ago. So thank you, Tom. 2,672 Cubs cards added. Matt, what's up? Good evening. So Brandon was the other in-person trade I did. Brandon is a friend of mine. We grew up together in Anawan. So after I met up with Tom, I went over to Brandon's house and hung out with him and did the trade. And his had 110 cards. And what's up, Herman? Good evening. I almost said it again. Almost said good morning. So, and actually, as I was sorting through what I got from Shannon and Sterling, which I'll get to next, I found a bunch of Larry Johnson cards. That's what I've been trading Brandon was Larry Johnson and Barry Sanders cards. And he's also looking, I asked, I'm like, man, is there anything else I can get you besides Barry and Larry? And so he's thinking about collecting the 87 Topps football set. So if I'm doing any trades with anybody, and you have 87 Topps football, that's like one set of football cards from the 80s that I really don't have. I have a bunch of 81s, I have a bunch of 83s, and I have a bunch of 86s. But I don't really have much 85 and 87. So if you're a football collector, I haven't really been trading much. What's up, Dan? Good evening. I haven't been trading much, but I would do a trade for some 87 Topps football. Can be just commons. And if you're into football, I do have 81, 83, and 86 Topps football sorted. So if you have 87 Topps football, I would trade any of those years. So that would be cool. So from Shannon, that's where I picked up the truckload of different stuff. And I just kind of wanted to share a couple sets that I just love the design that I got from him. From his collection, I pulled out 1,969 Cubs cards. Now, total cards from Shannon was like probably 200,000 because it filled the back of my SUV and the back seat. So I know that my entire SUV can fit about 300,000 cards, and that's like blocking all of the mirrors. So it's unsafe driving conditions. And that's front seat floor, front seat piled to the ceiling, back seat piled all the way up, and the back hatch. That's about 300,000 cards. So, and then, Brad, Texas Card Dude, sent me a box. 583 Cubs cards was in that box. Tom, that I showed off the mail from Tom in New York, his boxes had 277. Just got a box from Steve in Tennessee, 846 from him. My most recent card shop trip this past Saturday, I bought 26 Cubs cards, and Robert down in Illinois sends me some Cubs. His most recent package had 28. So I counted a total of 6,548 Cubs cards yesterday, and just catching up in counting, and that puts me up to wishful thinking there, 569,366. So my current Cubs card count, 569,366. So I do have some big trades planned for later this year. I know Mike Summer has a bunch of Cubs for me down in Bloomington, so I'm going to make it down to his shop. And I'm going to head out to Cleveland. I'm frozen. Hopefully, okay, there I'm back. I'm going to head out to Cleveland at some point and meet up with my guy Steve. Big trade with him, and then also plan on the National. So I've got some big trades on the horizon. Goal for this year, 700,000. I've been holding off. What's up, B-Wags? I've been holding off on like smaller trades, just to kind of keep my head above water. So Herman says, so by the way, Herman's going to be live tonight. Is Ken going to be with you tonight? I know I thought I saw him tweet out that he was going to be out or going to be with you again tonight. So going to have some eBay talk. I like it. I will be with you tonight. That's why I wanted to go live at like 5. I want to go live at 5. So I can hit dinner and then make sure I catch you at 7. So awesome. Ken and Herman will be live at 7 Central on 3B Collections channel. So check that out, 3B Collections YouTube channel here in the chat. Dan says, my friend got me a Burley relic I didn't have and know existed. Oh, nice. 2002 Mound Marvels ball relic. Very cool. I should be wearing the WIU blazer. I would, but it doesn't fit me anymore. It's still in my closet, but it's more than snug. I've packed on the COVID weight. I need to hit the treadmill. I'm thinking about getting an e-bike. Actually, I'm not. I'm like very close. I'm almost to the point of just. I've been waiting for like a sale, and I've become very specific on what I want out of an e-bike, and I don't think what I want is going to be coming on sale anytime soon. So that's going to be a purchase, and get out and hit some bike trails up here. Miss the press row days. I know. I have not been back to Macomb in probably 5 years. I have not even been to Macomb in 5 years. The last time I went was probably December of 15, or maybe at some point in 2000. No, it wasn't 2016. I bet it was 2015. I bet it was the winter of 2015 was the last time. And it was kind of a ghost town when I was there. And I know it's kind of gone downhill fast with all the, all the employees getting, programs getting cut from the university. So I'd probably be depressed going back, because it's changed so much in 5, 6, 7 years. Your drink of choice, Bud Light. So it's snowing up here. It was 60 on Saturday, and we're supposed to get 2 to 4 inches of snow. And I played the old jinx, and I told my wife that it's it's been so warm lately that it's just going to melt when it hits the ground. So even if we get 2 to 4 inches, it's just going to melt right away. It's not going to stick. And it like came down hard, and like I'm going to have to shovel. I'm still hoping the ground, it just came down faster than what it could melt away. But it is, there's a lot of snow out there. Really disappointing. So I had to break out the Bud Light. Can you get Boulevard? Yes, we can. Do you have any suggestions? Typically, I stick to. We have so many craft breweries up here and micro brews that I just kind of stick to like the local stuff, in the Wisconsin craft beer. As I'm drinking Bud Light. But normally I'll try different beers. So if there's a Boulevard Wheat, I think that I've had. But we have a liquor store called Total Wine, which is basically a I don't know if Benny's is. I think Benny's is just kind of a Chicago thing. I think there's one in Bloomington too, and maybe Peoria now. But it's like the Walmart of beer, and they have like everything from everywhere. New Glarus, yes, Bob. I was driving through, and the brewery's closed like to the public. So like the patio's closed, and there's no tours. But I drove through there when I went to the card shop on Saturday. Freeport is New Glarus is on the way to Freeport. And New Glarus is only like 25 minutes from where I live. So it's a pretty quick drive. Boulevard Wheat, Tank 7, Space Camper IPA, plus their Smokestack series is all good. I'm not an IPA drinker. Although there is a IPA. There's one IPA that I've actually liked. And it's from Bell's in Michigan. And I can't remember what it's called, but one of my wife's clients is like a sales manager for Bell's in the Wisconsin territory. And so after their sale or their purchase, he knew I was a beer drinker. So he gifted me with like 3 or 4 6-packs of different Bell's. And one of them was an IPA, but it wasn't super hoppy. So it was good. Now would I go out and buy it often? No. My standbys normally, like if I just want a few beers, or if I want more than a few, I stick to usually Coors Light or Bud Light. Spotted Cow from New Glarus is basically my go-to. And Blue Moon. And the reason I got on a Blue Moon kick, and I order it sometimes, I always ordered Blue Moon when I'd go to Buffalo Wild Wings. But then I have this Fetch Rewards app. By the way, I got over $1,000 last year alone in gift cards, eBay gift cards, using the Fetch app. Now, like $700 was through referrals, but like 300 was just scanning my receipts. Now I ended up buying, because you get like more points if you buy a certain product. So they're like steering you to buy their clients' products. So Blue Moon often is one of, like, you get 2,000 points if you buy which is $2 if you buy a 6-pack of Blue Moon. So I'm like, I'll get 2,000 points. Because I really don't care what beer I drink. If it's just a Saturday night, I'll drink a few Blue Moons. I don't care. So I'm getting $2 back. Plus, well, it's like $2.50, because then you get like 10% of what you spend. So if it's like $5, you get 50 cents. Is the math work on that? I think so. So yeah. Dan, I'm with you. I do not like pale ales. That one from Bell's is the only one I've ever liked. If we have people over and they bring beer and leave it, if there's an IPA, I'll choke it down, because I don't believe in wasting beer. So I will take one for the team and drink it if it's left in my fridge. Um, but yeah, I'm not going to go out and buy any pale ales. Your wife has family in Cuba City. Oh yeah, absolutely. And it's New Glarus beer up here in Wisconsin is sold like, I mean, it's as available as Bud Light or Coors Light or Miller Light anywhere in the country. I mean, everywhere you go, and usually it's heavily advertised because it's only sold in Wisconsin. So you can find it just about anywhere. Used to hate anything hoppy. Now it's my go-to. I've had a lot of friends that have been like that, where they did not like IPAs, and then all of a sudden they just kind of got sucked into that world and sucked into that world. That makes it sound kind of bad. But I have a friend who was not an IPA drinker, and then all of a sudden became like an IPA snob, and that was like all he would drink, and was trying, like, all of a sudden it became the more hoppy the better. Like, so there's I think it might be a craft brewery here in Madison, and they actually have a hop cone in the bottles. So each bottle has a hop cone in the bottle. So it's almost like the worm in tequila. And so I brought him back a 6-pack of that when I think it was during my like transition period where I was still in Illinois. Because I had a house in Illinois still, and so I was kind of back and forth a lot, and all my friends were still in Illinois. So I brought him back the hop. I think it's either Hopsecutioner, or I think Hopsecutioner is from Terrapin. They're in Georgia. I don't know. Herman, do you drink craft beer? There's a brewery in I think it's in Athens, Georgia. Terrapin, delicious. They make Moohoo, which is a chocolate stout, which I love. But they have a lot of IPAs, and I think they're Hopsecutioner. But there's a brewery here. Anyway, my buddy's like, that was way hoppy, and not long after that, he like kind of swore off IPAs. I'll have to catch up with him. I haven't talked to him in a while to see if he's in Colorado now, which is they're like the capital of craft brew. So I have to see if he's still on the IPA train. You've been there. Very good. So my Terrapin story, the first time I had Terrapin was Moohoo at a hotel bar in Montgomery, Alabama. And I think I just told this story recently, so I'll do the amended version. But anyway, it was such a delicious beer. I checked online like all the time if it was going to be distributed in the Midwest, because I think Tennessee was the furthest north they distributed. I finally gave up. One of our local, like the nearest liquor store to me, it's kind of a local chain. They have like craft breweries, and like the sales guys, the marketing guys, like every Friday during the summer months. And I happened to walk in. By this time, I had given up on even thinking of the notion that Terrapin was going to be in the Midwest, especially in the upper Midwest here in Wisconsin. I walk in one Friday after work, and the rep with little tasters is Terrapin. And so I was like, it was like meeting the sales rep for Terrapin was like meeting a Cubs player on the street. Like I was over the moon that Terrapin was now being distributed in Wisconsin. So I asked about Moohoo, and it's like super seasonal, like super short. I think it's only in like February. I actually picked up some a couple of weeks ago. I should have bought more because like by now they're rolling out the summer seasonals. So I may have lucked out or lost out. So Herman started using Fetch on your recommendation. I can never get my wife to hold on to the grocery receipts, and half the time she does the pickup and they only give an e-receipt. Now I don't know if the e-receipt is hooked up to your email, you can hook your email up to Fetch. And if it's hooked up to email, that'll work. Because my Amazon, my Walmart, like anything that goes through my email, like online purchases, I'll like automatically get points. So if it's through your email, you should be good to go. If that's an option. I'm not a fan of craft beer. Do have a funny story about that place. So yeah. So I want to talk a little bit about the cards, and I tweeted about this at some point, I think over the weekend, probably Sunday. So one of the boxes, so Shannon was like basically stopped set collecting, and he's like, hey, I don't want these anymore. Like, I'm going to pull like the top cards. Do you want the rest? Heck yeah. Let's fill my car up. So one of the sets was 2013 Archives Football. And I think Hobby Hotline was talking about tops and, you know, doing like an archive set, but I love this. Josh Freeman in the old school in like the 1986 Tampa uniform. So what else? And then here's like another. So man, I love this set. Topps Archives. This is from 2013. And all of the, here's Aaron Rodgers, boo. And he had like all the short prints were in there as well. So, all right, here's the good guy. The good guys are represented. Some Urlacher. I was never an Urlacher fan though. Who else we got in here? A Murderer and Aaron Hernandez. Oh, old school Jim Plunkett. So just awesome cards. This was always a cool. I always like that design. I think it's 75 maybe. I am not as good with. Oh, and he just retired. Drew Brees. I'm not as good with football designs. Like baseball, I can like knock it down. There's a couple like 50s and 60s that always give me, like always screw me up. Like 58 and 59, I have a tough time sometimes. Like usually I know 58, but 59 sometimes gives me a hard time. And then like the mid to late 60s, like 65 is pretty easy to identify because they have the pennants. But then it's like 66 and 67 that I mix up. 68 has that like potato bag type color to it. And then 69 just has 60. I hate 69 Topps baseball. It's like the most boring. Actually 76 I think is my least favorite. And then 69 is up there as well. So 60 is the horizontal. 60 is horizontal. 61, I like 61. It's hard to describe. 62 is wood, the wood border. 63 I like because it's like the first where there's two pictures because you've got the little corner pick. 64, I can't remember what 64 looks like. 65 is the pennant. 64 has the block. So 64 is similar design to 86 with the team name in the big block letters at top. I remember that because of the Lou Brock. For some reason, like I remember Lou Brock Cubs cards and the designs. So that was the football. And then he also, and I was like shocked that he included this set. It's the original Ginter X from 2015. And like a bunch of like good cards were like the Javi Baez rookie was in here. The Mike Trout was in here. So this was a surprise. So 2015 Ginter X. I was stoked to get those. So that's about all I had to talk about. Didn't really have much. Ended up rambling about beer. So yeah, Cubs count. I do. So I've been talking about my opening day plans. So I'll show you what I'm going to do. So I have these sets. So I bought these complete sets. So actually this one Actually, I only bought one of them. So I bought this one just because I got FOMO, and I mean, it's hard. You can't go wrong picking up a set. Like, would I go buy like 10 of them? No, but just to buy one, it was like 40 or $50. You know, and you sell a few rookies, plus you've got the, you know, whatever comes in this. So this is the Target orange box. So you get the complete set plus the rookie image variation cards, which they actually don't sell well. And then a rookie relic, or autograph relic. So I picked up one of these from Target. I got the purple set for Christmas. I think my wife got me that. So the purple set has the complete set plus the rookie image variation, and includes one exclusive chrome rookie variation. I did not realize there's a chrome in that. So that, ooh, that's some damage. I don't know if it fell. And then I've got two of the green sets. Now, these were like the Chase. These were the Walmarts. I bought 3 from Blowout, and I opened one, and it was the Gold Star Parallel set. So I ended up, I've got a bunch of those still listed on eBay, sold all the rookies and stuff. So it has the complete set plus the rookie image variation. And then you have the chance 1 in every 3 sets is a complete set parallel. Oh yeah. And there's the, so it's got the rookie image variation plus the foil boards, which I think are numbered to like 264 or something. So 1 in every 3 sets is a parallel. So it's either Gold Star, and then I think there's numbered ones. There's also a 1 of 1, which is not a numbered set. I think it's like a certificate. So you get the complete set, like a regular complete set with like a card, like a redemption card, for the 1 of 1. So I got 2 of those. The first one I opened was Gold Star, so I didn't open the others, but I'm going to open them on opening day. So those 4 I'm going to open on opening day. And then I have 14 blasters left from 2016 Chrome Update Mega Boxes. And then I've got, I think, 6 of the 19 Heritage High Number Mega Boxes. I think I may leave all those sealed, but come D-Day, I may rip one open. And I'll probably rip a couple of the 16 Topps blasters, like maybe 2. And I may go back. My card shop has a decent deal on 2020 Bowman Draft. They did a couple weeks ago. If it's the same price, I may meet up with my buddy Offbeat All-Stars this week at the card shop. And if it's still there at that price, I may snag it and have that for opening day. Dan asks, have any of you ever bought an unopened set for a single card? Feels like I'm getting to that point for certain Burleys. No, I have never done that. What Burley would you want to pull? What would you want an unopened set for a Burley? Like, which Burley would it be? Like one of those like variation type things, or I'm curious on what card would be in a complete set or in an unopened set. I typically don't buy any of the top sets. I think the orange set was the first time I bought one probably ever. I don't recall buying the complete set. Usually I'll get one for Christmas. My wife or my mom will buy me one. But this year I bought 4. The 1 from Target and then the 3 from Blowout. So yeah. So that's about all I had for today. 3B Collection. Check out his channel tonight, 7 p.m. Central. Him and Ken going to be talking some hobby, talking some eBay. So I'm going to tune in for that, for sure. Oh, it's a factory set orange. Okay. Matt bought the 92 Topps traded for the Craig Wilson, a Kansas State player that was on Team USA. Oh, nice. Interesting. Well, I'll be on the lookout if I find any orange parallels of Burley. So that's all I had. I'm going to get back to shipping, and I will be tuned in to Herman coming up at 7 p.m. tonight, 7 p.m. Central Time. So tune in on his channel, 3B Collection. Check out my website, 1millioncubs.com. 99centcards.com is the eBay store. Link is also at the top of the page on 1millioncubs.com as well. Have a great Monday night, and hopefully we can chat on 3B Collections channel tonight. Am I still live? Am I still live? Psych. Yeah, Herman, post that link up. Herman's going to post the link. I think I'm still going. Yeah, you've got the wrench. Post that link. Dan, I got to give you a wrench too. Dan's got a wrench. All right, go ahead. Herman, post that link up. 3B Collections link will be popping up in the chat. And now I'm signing off. So we'll see you in Herman's chat tonight. Have a good one.